yesterday. Till yesterday, what we have done, any doubt, any questions?
No, actually, we didn't
No,
get the chance to do the lab. We will do in this weekend, and we will.
No, no, guys, no weekend. Please do it that same day. Take it
Yeah,
15 minutes. See, guy, it's a 15 minutes or 20 minutes job. Seriously, believe me, because I'm covering a lot of concept. If you don't do it that day itself, it will be a piling up a lot of concept, and you will. It's really difficult to watch the recording. Believe me, nobody watch the recordings after completion of a course. Hardly few, very few people who are very dedication, so they watch the recording. Recording just for the reference, anything or doubt you have or which Samit bhai have said, you want to recall it. So the recordings are just for that. Nobody watch the recordings, and believe me, if you don't do the practice, it will become too much for you. Anyone else apart from Arif have a doubt and question, or you also have not done? Okay, I assume. I assume you have done and you don't have a doubts and questions. All right. So last time what we have seen, yesterday what we have seen, that what is in terms of maintenance, there's a three types of generally situation schemes in the downtime and maintenance. In the maintenance, we have a plan and unplanned maintenance, and there is a one more is called downtime. So what Microsoft have strategies when there is a hardware maintenance, Microsoft will do the live migration. They move from one system to another system. Uh, and even you will not come to know that okay anything's happened, or might be sometimes it's just a one restart, right? Unexpected downtime, Microsoft will try to get heal it. They have SLA. They have they will try to fix it as soon as possible, right? Uh, Most of the times, what happens that if it is a box have a problem, Microsoft your machine is down, you have couple of options which I'll just show you that you have to use that option and it will get migrate to another box. Plan
sorry
main
for interrupting. We can't see your screen.
okay. Plan maintenance, Microsoft for the plan maintenance, Microsoft what exactly Microsoft does that Microsoft will send you email. This is a day which I'm planning to do the activity, and you just need to take either reboot or you just most of the time you don't need to do anything. Microsoft will do the backend itself. But still, there's a chances that there will be miss out situations. So overcome that problem, we have availability set, right? So in availability set, we have fault domain, update domain. Fault domain will be taken care the hardware failure, and update domain will be taken care by taken care for your unplanned maintenance. Make sense, guys? Any questions? No? All right. All right. There's another concept called availability zone. So since what we are doing yesterday, that we are choosing a availability set, right? What availability set do that? It within a same data center, they have categorized themselves, right, into three different sets for fault domain, right, and of 20 categorization for the update domain. So it was a huge one building itself, and they are setting up. or they are categorizing up within the same building. Let's assume this building have a problem, or this building collapse, or this entire area had a outage, right? Or this entire area got flooded. What you will do in that scenario? There will be no use of having availability set because all area is in a cutout, right? To overcome this problem, cloud technology will have it, whether it AWS or Azure, they have a call zones, right? They have called availability zone, availability zones. What availability zone will do, what availability zone will do, it will distribute the data center in a same region. It will be a same region within a same region, but nearby location approximately, let's say 30 to 40 kilometers or 30 to 50 kilometers, right? They are segregated the data center. So when you're deploying a high availability virtual machine like Flipkart.com, eBay.com, Amazon.com, you are deploying 3 machines, 4 machines, 5 machines, right? So you're not keeping in a same zone, you are deploying in distributing your virtual machine in different zones, right? So if Microsoft takes a downtime or hardware unplanned and unplanned maintenance, it will impact that machines itself, not other machines. Other two will be running, right? Same way, if any hardware failure happen in this data center, it will impact that machine only. It won't impact other machines. Same achievement, but easier way you can achieve it here. Make sense, guys?
Yes.
Right? So this is a difference between availability zone and availability set. It's a same region. It's a region, right? In the region, it have big data centers, and here a concept is called availability zone. Availability, sorry, here we have two concepts called availability zone and availability set. In availability set, we have a same data center and update domain, fault domain. In availability zone, we have zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. Only 3 zones will have it. So people prefer to go for zone wise because it's easy to manage. Secondly, that it's a physical suppression. There's less challenges. Uh, Here is not a physical suppression. The only thing is that availability zone is not available for all the regions. It's available where new region has been to get deployed and or there's a demand for having the availability zone. It's not available in all regions. Right? Any questions, guys, so far?
How we can identify that?
How we can identify virtual machine is availability in availability zone or in availability set, right?
Yeah.
All right, good question, guys. All right, let me go to my browser. I have shown you yesterday how you can identify availability set, right? If you recall it. How do we identify availability set? We have deployed Flipkart.com, Flipkart virtual machine yesterday. And how do we check that which set and which update domain fault domain it was? We have 2 machines. How do you come to know that this is in availability set or availability zone? When you click here in the machine and there is a blade left hand side called availability or scalability. When you click it here, you can find out, okay, this machine is in availability set. And what is a set name? This is a set name, right? And for here, for this machine, it is in fault domain 0 and update domain 0. This machine will be in availability, same availability set, and the fault domain is 1, update domain is 1. Make sense? Okay, now question is that how do we identify it's an availability zone or not? First thing let's deploy the machine in availability zone. Alright, let me quickly deploy machines. So this time I'll deploy the new eBay eBay RG. I'm not following complete naming convention. eBay EB001. I'll keep it in the same region, Central India. Central India here. Now this time I'm choosing availability option called availability zone. So you can see that there's a pop-up came, another options pop up, which is availability zone 1, zone 2. You have to manually choose it. There is no formula. What is happening in the availability set, it is automatically get decided in the backend whether it's availability one, update domain one or fault domain one, two. It will automatically choosing it. You just choosing when you are choosing availability set, you just choosing the your availability set, right? Here, why it's not level left showing that? This is in center area itself. Okay, EB01. Right, let's go for availability set. Why it's not reflecting? Okay, subscription. Yeah. So here I'm not deciding which fault domain, update domain it should go. This logic has been taken care by our availability set. But when you are selecting availability zone, you have to decide whether you want to keep it zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. It's your decision. There is no logic, there is no algorithm behind it. So let me choose zone 1. Or I feel that okay, I don't want to keep it in zone 1, I just want to keep it in zone 2. It's up to me. Right. So let's quickly deploy virtual machine. I'll see that where it will be get reflected. All right. I'll just deploy it. Okay. Any questions so far? Meanwhile, it's getting deployed, so we can have a question. Any questions? No?
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Actually, when we done a availability set in that VM, in one VM it was showing fault domain and update domain was 0. In the second VM it was showing fault domain, update domain 1. So what
Yes.
it mean?
So Microsoft have given a number. We can go how many availability set and how many availability zone? Guys, do you remember? We can have maximum update domain. Sorry, I'm repeating my question. Guys, do you remember that how many update domain and fault domain we can have it in availability set?
20 update domains and let default.
Right. So update domain can be up to the 20, right? And fault domain can be up to the 3. So the 3 will be count like this. So 0, 1, and 2. And if you go for that update for this is a fault domain, this is update domain, and so on till the 20, right? Which means that if I deploy my first machine, that will be located here. If I deploy second machine, it will deploy here. If I deploy third machine, that will come here. If I deploy fourth machine, that will come here. If I deploy fifth machine, that will come here. Until unless I'll reach to my maximum number of update domain. Let's assume that I have kept it update domain 4 count, right? So next machine when I'm going to deploy, the update domain will get also updated here, right? No, it will come to my 10. So it will come here another machine. Or might be sorry, here it will come here, right? This will be my first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth supposed to be come here, but I have a fault domain, update domain till the number of count 5 only. So the sixth one will be coming here itself and next to this one. This is already done, so next to this one. So this will come here. Make sense, guys?
Yes, got it.
All right. Why it's too much slow to deployment today? Why there is no deployment so far? Hey, sorry, there was an internet drop, I think. Come on. All right. So let me get deploy another virtual machine. This time I'll deploy in different eBay 02 P. This time I'll deploy in a different region. So you can see that availability zone is not available in the US, central US. This option is grayed out. So I have to choose if I'm planning for availability zone here, I cannot deploy here. So I have to go a different region. Let's go for East US 2. So availability zone is not available in all location. Some of location is not there. Okay, let it get deploy. We'll come back to screen. Yep, it's already submitted. This is in submission cell. Alright, if you go for the availability zone, you will get SLA that is 99.9 SLA. Right? There's a huge difference between 9.95 and 9.9. We already have seen in first session, right? I just walked through this website, uptime.is, and I have shown you that if just for the one last digit get changed, it's a huge difference between SLA. Right, guys? You remember that? Do you?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Perfect. Another options we can
I
use.
can't see screen.
Screen is not visible.
Yeah, just a minute, guys. Sorry. Right. Another options which we can for making our system should be in high availability. Another option is virtual machine scale set. Right. This virtual machine scale set will be running on similar kind of instance, right, behind a load balancer. This is what we are talking about a few lecture back, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, I don't know. That is our horizontal scaling. This is our horizontal scaling, right? So let's go on virtual machine skill set first, and meanwhile I'll just want to see that why it's not deploying anything. So quick question, my meanwhile I'm login. Do, do you guys know what is the virtual machine skill set? What is virtual machine skill
Uh,
set?
like we can
Mm-hmm.
route the traffic. Like we can increase the VMs and decrease the income VMs as per the requirement.
Okay, all right. We can increase the virtual machine, decrease the virtual machine as per the requirement. So let's say that I have website again ebay.com. I am deploying a machine here. All right. First, understand that what is vertical scaling, what is horizontal scaling, or what is a word called scale up and scale out. This is very common terms in interviews, and then a market we use it. Scale out, scale up. Okay, just a moment. Who's there? Okay, I'll mute Amanat. All right. If you're deploying two core machine, if you're deploying two core machine and this two core, Amanat, do you have any questions? Amanat, do you have any questions? I think there's a disturbance is coming from your background.
Can you explain this one?
Which one?
The auto scaling, there's a
Yeah,
vertical and horizontal scaling.
yeah, I'm doing right now. Yeah. So I think no, can you hear me?
Yes, I am hear your voice.
All right. There's a little bit background noise is coming from your side, so I'm muting yourself. In case you have a question, you can unmute yourself and let me know. Uh, right. So I just all right. So what we are talking about that virtual machine skill set. So before virtual machine skill set, we need to understand the concept called vertical scaling and horizontal scaling. Let's assume you have a virtual machine which is a 2 core, right? This 2 core is not sufficient to handle your eBay workload. And your company have decided to increase the size so you can handle the website, right? So there is one way you can go for resize the virtual machine. Just resize it. Our current size is 2 core and reboot it and change the virtual machine SKU or sizing and resize it to, let's say that 8 core. Right? It will take a reboot, 5 minutes downtime, but the good thing is that all configuration, all operating system, all patching, all security, everything which is working in the 2 core was the same. It is just a CPU size got changed. So you don't need to do any effort, just a 5 minutes downtime, right? So it's the easiest way if it's a one-time activity, right? It's if it's not very frequent you have request, it's a one-time activity, then it's the easiest way to do that. So this is called vertical scaling. You are scaling upside. So this is called vertical scaling, or sometimes it's called scale up. And if you resize to back to your normal, that is called scale down, right? Another way, another option we have is we can create similar instance since it's not capable to handle my existing workload, but I don't want to disturb it and I want to frequently change the size. Sometime I want in the morning I want to have 8 core, in the night I want a 2 core. I want frequently changes of my size. Or might be within hour. Sometimes I feel that okay, I wanted to have a 2 core. Sometimes I wanted to have a 4 core. Sometimes I wanted to 8 core. Sometimes I want 12 cores. The request is get changing based on my hits, right? Request is get changing based on my hits. So in that scenario, if a the request for the changing request for virtual machine is changing or the hits are getting changed, so what I'll do that I'll create a similar instance. So let's say that if instance request is 4 cores, so I'll just create another 2 core next to the my existing virtual machine. So this is a 2 core, this is another 2 core. It's become 4 core, right? If request become for 8 core, I'll just deploy to another machines, right? It will become total in count as a 8 core. And if request goes down, I'll just remove one. If request goes more down, I'll just remove one. If it's totally down, I'll just keep it one. Right? This way I can save the cost also and I'll provision the workload as per the requirement. Provisioning and reprovisioning become very easy to provide a workload, right? So how do we can achieve it? Definitely if I deploy this virtual machine, those will be an individual identity. This will be not a single machine. Those will be individual identity. Everyone will may have a own IP address. Everyone will have own operating system. Everyone will be have their own what we can say that uh, own data. Everyone will have own configuration data. So we cannot map eBay with every website with their private IPs. What we have to do, we have to bind those machines behind the load balancer. There will be a load balancer. All the hits will get landed on load balancer and load balancer based on availability, which machine is available, which machine is free to work, it will transfer the hit. Make sense, guys?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
All right. So this is good, but now another question is comes, who will configuring that my machine? If it is dynamically getting deployed and dynamic getting deleted. So let's say that I'll just it is dynamically increasing, dynamically decreasing the virtual machine, right? I have a two machines right now. Now there is a requirement came, oh, we need a third machine also. So we have deployed third machines, right? After getting two hits, we're deploying third machines, and this third machine engineer have to log in and configure the applications, right? Meanwhile, the requirement get increased more. So he's working right now, but still the third requirement came that, hey, we want another machines. So he quickly done his job and jumped to this machine and configuring application, deploying operating system, deploying applications, configuring the machines. Then it goes down and there's no use of having this machine. So we require to delete it. Then in within 15-20 minutes, there's another request came. Meanwhile, he's working on the request is gone. Right? So there is no use if the user or engineer is doing manually configuration. There should be workaround. How we can achieve that? It should have auto configuration. Any suggestion how we can have auto configuration? Any suggestion?
Auto scaling.
So this is we are doing auto scaling. Auto scaling will what it will do? Microsoft what will do? Microsoft will do that. It will just increase based on workload. It will increase the operating system, increase the virtual machine, and decrease the virtual machine. That is auto scaling. But my question is that inside the application, inside the operating system, there is application, right? Let's say that this is IIS handling the eBay.com. We have to upload the data, right? We have to configure IIS. We have to install IIS. We have to install SSL certificate, right? If it's get auto scale from the marketplace virtual machine doesn't have anything inside it. It's a plain vanilla operating system, whether it's 2019, 2016, or if you go for the Ubuntu or Linux, it doesn't matter. It's a pure vanilla flavored. It's nothing there inside. Who will going to install that IIS, SSL, and data? And meanwhile, if it's auto scaling, it's man attentive. If you have to do man attentive configuration, then what's the use of auto scaling? Let's say that if I'm configuring right now this one, and so, and the request is gone. Hey, we don't need no. We don't need no. We don't need it now. Request is gone. You're too late. Customer's gone. Make sense, guys? What is my question? Who is going to do the configuration inside the virtual machine and how we can
So
achieve it?
in the availability set, we will set a rules, certain rules, like if the virtual machine disk is gone beyond 80% or 75%, then automatically increase the one virtual machine or two virtual machine. So we have to set a rules, then it
I
will
totally
happen automatically from.
okay. Okay, forget about auto scaling right now. Just consider manual scaling, right? So the request came that we need a three machines. That is there, right? The request came that hey, hits is getting increased on load balancer. Can you make it five? I have enabled the five, so Microsoft will automatically deploy two machines for me. But this machine is pure vanilla. It is nothing inside. It's a Windows operating system. Windows operating system doesn't serve that IIS, right? We have to install IIS. We have to install IIS. The plain IIS page doesn't serve my eBay.com. I have to upload data for eBay.com. I have to upload data for eBay.com, right? It will definitely, it will by default, it's run port 80 and HTTP. I required secured connections. I have to upload the SSL certificate. I have to upload the SSL certificate. This is what I am doing manually. The after deployment of virtual machine. After deployment of virtual machine. Make sense? What is I'm trying to ask you the questions. Who will do this one? Yes, Pooja.
Uh,
By creating image,
By creating?
image.
Clones. All right. Okay. Good. Good attempt, Pooja, by creating a clone. The how we can achieve the clone. That is a okay. This I'll just park this Pooja solution. This is really good by creating a clone. Yes,
by
Heather.
by making images.
By making images. Yes. So there is an option which we call it images, right? This virtual machine, when we are trying to get a deploy, this is using Azure Marketplace image, which is complete vanilla image, right? So what we'll do that in a practical scenario. Let me show you where I can do it. I'll be before deploying this scale set. Before deploying this scale set, let me clear it up screen. We will deploy one single machine. We will deploy one single machine. I will configure IS, data, and your SSL certificate and convert this machine to custom image. Convert this machine to custom image, right? So this machine is become image now. Sorry. This machine is become image now. This is my custom image. Now, in the vertical scaling, in the horizontal scaling, I can use a same image. So rather than using Microsoft image, I will be deploying with my custom image my entire all operating system from the first to last operating system, whether it's auto scaling or manual scaling. I'll be using this image, right? Since I'm using this image, it will automatically having the my IS data, web.com data and SSL certificate, right? If anyone's required one more machine, which is auto scale or manual scale, doesn't matter as of now. It is already have IS running in it, already have data in it, and already have SSL certificate configured. It is ready to serve the website. Make sense now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Another option, and one is that you can use a clone. Pooja have suggested clone, which is I can say that this is not a clone. You can say that custom image. Any other suggestion, guys? Any other option we can do that? Yes, this is a common practice. We can do that, or we generally people do that. Any other options comes in the mind? We can use CI/CD pipeline, right? CI/CD pipeline, continuous integration, continuous delivery, right? What it will be do that once your machine is ready, it will install your application configuration data automatically. So it will check that as per your machine guideline, as per your CI/CD pipeline. So if machine is ready, you have a pipeline that contains all the data. That contain all the data instruction and everything. Let's say that it's contained that okay, install Windows feature called a web service. Then copy the data from this website or this data and keep it in this location. Configure the SSL certificate. This is written in a pipeline. Once you have a machine ready, the pipeline will get trigger automatically and configure all the data automatically. This is another solution. Third solution, which is we call it extension. We haven't come to across right now, But in Azure virtual machine or skill set, there is option called extension. I'll just come to in few minutes that point. So we have a three options. Either you can go for the custom image and CI/CD pipeline or extension. Three options we'll have it. Make sense, guys? Any questions? Any doubt? No doubt? All go okay?
Yep.
Perfect, perfect. All right. So this is virtual machine skill set. The virtual machine skill set will do that auto scaling, right? And auto scaling, manual scaling, based on the condition, we can scale the virtual machine. Based on condition, we can decrease the virtual machine size, downscale the virtual machine, right? All right. So it's create identical systems when we are deploying virtual machine. It's a design to create identical system in a same groups, right? You can use auto scaling or you can use manual scaling. Both options are available. It is always behind load balancer, so the traffic can be distributed among the different among the virtual machines, right? It you can set the maximum number, minimum number, and default number of a virtual machine b- for the auto scaling, right? This is looks like this. You have instance, multiple instance within a some subnet within a same resource group and VNet, and you will have a one stable NIC card and one stable storage, so you can store your data. So this is a compute power is getting generated here, right? And which we are talking about extension, we'll see later on. All right, let's quickly jump to that our virtual machine is got deployed or not. Hopefully this time it's got deployed. Oh, this is ABA1 has been deployed, and the first question, the question asked by the Arif is that how do we come to know that it is in availability zone or availability set? So you can see that here, you can see that it's option called availability zone. This machine is in availability zone 02. This machine is availability zone 3, right? But both, although I have given a same name, but both are in different region. You have to be careful. This is in Central India zone 2. This is in East US Zone 2. So does it fulfill my criteria of having availability zone or high availability? Does it fulfill the criteria?
Yes, yes, it is.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Both the place I have a single machines. In Central India and US, I have a single machines. If I am running a multiple website, first thing is that it will be latency. If I keep it behind a load balancer, let's assume that Indian user is trying to achieve it and load balancer send it to US, or US user is trying to achieve it and US user will get sent to India. So first thing is that it will give you latency, right? There could be possibilities that Microsoft plan the maintenance every every month, and that time they are planning the in central US, they are planning a maintenance in zone 3 and central India in zone 2, because of two different region they can plan it out possibilities, right? So there should be this machine should be in central India itself in zone 1 or zone 2 or zone 3. This machine should be in central India itself within a same zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. Make sense? Same region, different zones. Any question, guys? Are you getting that or confused?
Confused.
Okay, okay, perfect, perfect. That's good. So I Azure have multiple regions, and each region supports my zones. First machine which I have deployed, where I have deployed? Central India. Second machine which I have deployed, where? East US, right? First thing is that it's too far from each other. You cannot use load balancer. There's a load balancer called global load balancer, but that's not a feasible idea. There's a different scenario, right? If I have multiple zones in central India and also zones in US, if I deploy my machine here, first machine and second machine here in zone 3, so this is what we have done. These zones and these zones are the different in terms of identity. These zones are the part of the East US region. These zones are the part of the Central India, right? Microsoft can plan maintenance here, and at the same time also he can plan maintenance here because this is two different zones. Are you with me, guys?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone? So,
Yep.
if I want to achieve high availability, rather than deploying here, I should deploy here, right? So, what will happen if Microsoft plan maintenance here? It won't disturb these two zones since it's a since it belongs to the same region. This way you can achieve high availability. Now make sense?
Yeah, yeah, got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone is okay now?
Yes.
Okay, Arif. Other have any confusion? Is it clear? I just wait for 20 seconds. If you have a question, you can ask me, please.
It's clear.
Perfect, perfect. So how do we can see that zones? We can see in the location itself, there's reflecting a zone here, or you can simply see the zone here also. For availability set, you have to look here in availability option. If is nothing reflecting here, you don't consume that this machine is a standalone machine. It could be possible. It could be possible. It is in availability set. So checking out availability set, you have to click on availability option. This machine is in zone or availability set. What do you think? This first wala, this machine is availability zone or availability set. Which one is this? Can anyone guide me how to check it out? Can anyone?
We have yeah, we have to go to the availability scale
First thing
on
is
the
that
blade.
is it in availability zone?
No, it is not. It is not reflecting in overview, so it is not.
Yes, it is not there. Then second thing what I'll check it out, it is availability option. Is it in availability set?
No.
No. So it's a
No.
standalone machine. This machine is a standalone machine. So let's go for this machine last one. Is it in availability set? Yes. You can see here and
Yes.
numbers
Yes.
here. Since it's an availability set, it cannot be in availability zone. This machine I'm going right now, it is upfront it shows here that it's in availability zone. It's a pretty simple. It's pretty simple concept, not a not a difficult. It's a pretty simple concept. Now coming back to your load balancer, your washing machine skill set. All right. Now, one question to you guys. This is which I'm sharing right now. I'm not just giving you that how to deploy it, guys. How to deploy it very easy. I just sharing you that concept. Why I'm sharing the concept because you should get exposure. What are the discussion happen if we are in the organization? All right, and what are the real life scenarios? All right, I have one machines, two core, and keeping behind a load balancer. This is my load balancer, right, which is distributing heat among my machines. So let's say that it is my ebay.com again, ebay.com. A hits comes and to load balancer and work will get distributed. Right. This maintains the IS, this maintains the data, this maintains the, let's say that along with my database or users record or transaction record, let's say that records, right? This also are running right now. This also maintain the IS, website data and records. This also maintain the IS, data and records. Let's assume that I don't require this machine anymore because my workload is little less now today. There is a holiday, so there is no purchase. So I just don't want to spend on the money over here. I delete it. Don't you think so? I have deleted Azure record also. Any transaction happen, any record happen, any fetching happen, any data process which is I have done in that machine was got deleted, right? Right.
Yeah.
So how to protect that? Anyone? Heather, Pooja, Aisha, Amarnath, Mohsin, how to protect that?
Sorry, what was exactly the question?
So question is that if I keep it a record on a server, any transaction process data, let's say that forget about this is a website, right? Let's say that it's do the process and keep a data on machine. And if I keep a data on machine and I feel that I don't require this machine, so let it save the cost, I delete the machine. Auto scaling. This is auto scaling. So machine will automatically get deleted. Don't you think so that its data got deleted? All my process record got deleted. To how to overcome that issue?
By using SAN storage, Azure storage, SAN storage.
Okay, so this is actual ideal practice. Yes, I will keep my all data in some either storage, right, or I'll keep it SQL servers, right, which is SaaS, PaaS, or individual machines, doesn't matter. As of now, I'm just considering that it will be storing a record outside that. So I'll be configuring such a way that all my machines, this machines is just for doing process, not storing any single data. It is serve the page, not to store. After doing a process, its data should be get stored somewhere outside locations. Not to store a single data, not to store any single permanent changes, dynamic configuration. It should be all permanent configuration should be there inside, right? because it's get deployed, get deleted, get deployed, get deleted. It is not a permanent machine, so I cannot store any data here. Make sense?
Yep.
So in that case, we should at least have one machine which is having SQL Server installed on it, right?
Not inside the virtual machine skill set. It will be outside of a
Okay.
skill set. And all machine will be connecting and storing data over there. SQL server or might be storage server where it's keeping a data. We should write in an image, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we are using a custom image, we will what we'll do that we'll have a configuration is, and in the configuration file we'll mention that hey, storing data in that SQL or storing
Okay. So
data in the yes,
storage SQL is basically a server as well as an storage,
could be possible.
like because
Anything.
a concept is like you have to have one server installed where you are storing data.
See, it could be a PaaS service. This could be Azure PaaS service. This could be a virtual machine which is running a SQL server, or it could be a virtual machine that's have providing storage
Mm-hmm.
service. This could be anything. This could be on premises. This could be Azure. This could be on AWS. Doesn't matter. The
Okay.
the point is the machine in the skill set. This is box is skill set box, right? This let me write it down here.
Right.
This is my virtual machine skill set. This box is virtual machine skill set. Since it's auto scaling doesn't mean that scaling out only. It could be scale in also, right? So whenever scale in happen, I may lose the data. To prevent my data, I'll never store my data inside virtual machines, who is a part of the virtual machine skill set. Make sense now?
Okay. Okay. Got
I'll,
it.
I'll, I'll, I'll make sure that all the data will be get written outside this scale set.
Understood.
Everyone, any doubt, guys? Anyone, please? If I have doubt, please clarify yourself. What I'm trying to convey you. No?
So Samit,
Mm-hmm.
the one which you have written outside, that is
Uh-huh.
IIS Conf SQL storage.
Uh-huh.
So that is my SQL software, right?
That could be anything. Let it be. Forget about that. This could be MySQL. Let's say that. See, this is not important here right now. We are not discussing. This could be my MySQL. This could be SQL Server. This
Anything,
could
could
be,
be anything.
yeah, Oracle. This could be anything, right? It's storing my data and running on Windows, running on Linux, doesn't matter as of now. The point is that I am not storing data here at all. I'm not storing data here at all.
Okay. My only concern is like the data what we have written outside, like in a storage,
Uh-huh.
that should be understood by some software, because if you are say coming in scaling, in that case, if you remove if we get all the server goes from this virtual machine skill set,
Mhm.
it should be read by some software. Otherwise this data is meaningless. Why I'm
Definitely.
telling you, you might understand like from database perspective.
Yes, 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 definitely. You have to such a configuration that okay, the machine will be dynamically connecting to my database, and that
Mhm.
accept the connections from the all the database. I will write a configuration here itself also. Here also I'm
Yes,
mentioning that this will be SQL server having the username and password. So connected, get create your table own table, or might be get create your register yourself in the SQL database servers, then only start writing it.
exactly, exactly.
That process here they have to do. This is all configuration chair. But the concept which I'm talking about that if you store any data and get deleted, so there is
Mhm.
no mean of doing the process,
Understood, understood. Clear.
right? All right. One more thing. So your first thing is that you cannot store any data inside your virtual machines, which is a part of the virtual machine skill set. It should be it should be machine should be dynamic. It should be standalone. If required, it will get created. If doesn't require, it will get deleted. So you should not store any data. Secondly, if you keep those data, the website data, IS data, inside your inside your images, right? Where it's written, where it's coming from this website data?
From the images.
From the images. It's coming from the images, right? So if I want to do the changes, either one thing is that what I can do that I'll go all machines, do the changes, data. Let's say that rather than eBay logo, it's someone have uploaded Flipkart logo. So I saw that, okay, this is a major issue. All my website is showing that Flipkart logo rather than eBay logo. So what I have to do? Do I have to go on all machines, change the logos? No, that machines are is not permanent machines. Those are the temporary machines, right? So what I have to do, I have to do the change in the my image data,
Image.
right? So what I have to do, I have to create out of the image, I have to create one machine, then do the changes, then convert back to image. It's effort consuming. Guys, are you getting that or not?
Yeah, it's here.
Yeah, yeah, we're getting that.
Heather, Pooja, Amarnath.
Yes.
Yes, sir, getting.
Amarnath, are you there or in call?
Yes or no? No, I'm there.
So are you getting that what I'm trying to
I'm there.
convey?
There. I'm
All right.
there. Hello. Your signal problem.
Okay. Perfect. 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 All right. So thing is that for any small changes in your image, it takes a lot of efforts. So which are the thing which you are frequently doing the changes like so website data. You never see that Amazon keeps the same website or Flipkart keeps the same website. They keep changing their data. They keep changing the Flipkart pages, right? So this is getting changed every day. I believe that every day is getting changed. Every day they do the changes here. Every day they do launches the stuff, right? So they have to work on the website. And these kind of websites, so if it's a dynamic changes every time, so this means that we cannot keep in the image because every day I have to build an image, new image, and push it here that hey, use this image, use this image, use this, leave the old image. So for that also, what we can do that simply can have one storage, right? And we can point in the configuration, hey, if you want to have a data for website data, I'm keeping here. Don't keep in the machines. Don't upload in the machines. I'll just keep it here. Let me clear the screen, or I just clean this one. So I'll keep it website data here itself, and this machine will be just running IIS. IIS is my website software, web server, right? All the get data is getting stored here. Transaction record, user record, purchase record will go store here, and website data will get stored. So whenever they want to serve the pages, so one will head to ebay.com. It will get landed here. The pages will be fetched from here, right, and give it to user. All right. When he done the purchase will be all the pages of purchase will fetch here. After doing the processing work, it will get stored the data record in SQL database server. Right. Now, developer want to do the changes. They will sit on a laptop, right? They are sitting in a laptop and push the website changes. They want to change the logo, they want to change the color of website and commit here. All data will get committed here. Data will get stored here. So next time we don't need to do anything because my website has been changed and any users comes, hey, I want to use a website. I want to just see that how new ebay.com looks like. So I'll just click on ebay.com. It will get landed here. So it doesn't have a this machine doesn't have the data of website data. So it will go again here and fetch the pages. When it's fetching the pages, they will get new pages to serve to the your customer, right? And they like the idea, they like the page, they like the product, then they wanted to purchase it. They come here, go to purchase page, transaction record, all the details, all the pages will get fetched here, and transaction will get stored in the MySQL database server. Make sense now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every right? Everyone, are you good with this flow? What I'm trying to explain you. All right, I'll consider yes. Okay, so this is how virtual machine scale set works. Couple of things. This is a concept. Well, let's see and go on Azure and see that how we can deploy virtual machine scale set. Couple of things is need to understand when we are deploying virtual machine scale set, we should have the load balancer. We we can skip the load balancer, but that is become a batch processing. We generally use for that batch processing, not for the website or not for the external users. So we should have load balancer, or we can do without load balancer also, right? Without load balancer also possible. Second thing is that when you are deploying virtual machine skill set, it will it should be identical systems. It should be identical systems, right? Third, it will be in dedicated subnet. This is a good practice I am talking about. It should be in dedicated subnet. Not necessarily you should have it, but you should keep it a dedicated subnet. There should not be any other virtual machine, so you should get confused, right? So let's deploy it. Fourth is that we have to prepare our custom image. Custom image. So let's deploy virtual machine skill set. Where is that? Yes, here. So I'll go to my services, all services. Since virtual machine skill set is a part of the compute, I'll go here and choose the virtual machine skill set. Right, I don't have as of now any virtual machine skill set. I'll just click it. Choose my subscription. Choose my resource group. I'll give it name demo VMSS01. Right. I'll deploy in Central India itself. Now I can keep it this machine in availability zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. So this will keep its own logic and distribute virtual machine among the different zones. Right, I'll just choose different zone actually because yeah, let it be. Right. There's a couple of things we need to we'll see later on once we deploy our virtual machine. Uh, Orchestration mode, uniform mode, fixed mode, all the stuff details we'll see later on. Right now I'm choosing my image. What should be image? Either I can use Microsoft image. This will be always deploy vanilla flavored machine. This will always. So if I wanted to go for the custom image, first we have to learn how to deploy the custom image. We'll see later on, but let's deploy the first vanilla flavored virtual machine. You can decide the size. Now next, you can decide the disk. You can decide the network, you can use existing network, you can use another network. So let me go and create a new subnet for it. I'll just keep it this one only. So I'll be choosing this one. Right, I have decided I'm choosing my network interface. This network interface are pretty different network interface. Like it's not like a virtual machine. It's a pretty different virtual network interface. So I'll be allow public traffic inbound from, let's say that RDP. Let allow RDP, HTTP, HTTPS. Right. Does it you require public IP address? Yes, I'll say that. Okay, I required public IP address to see that login virtual machine. Scaling options. Right now it's in a manual scaling. Let's keep it in manual scaling first as of now. We'll do the auto scaling later on. Right. Health check. I'll just check the machines on health port, TCP port call 3389. Alright, validation has been passed. Let's submit it. Okay, so it will take time to deployment. Meanwhile, we'll again try to see in options what are the options we saw when we are selecting virtual machine skill set. First option what we saw here is that orchestration, whether you want to go for uniform or flexible mode. So it will be when you are deploying a highly identical systems, and so you will go for this option called flexible mode, right? And when you are planning for stateless, which are identical, but it's not doesn't contain anything which is just like a records, we are trying to contain it. So you can keep it in uniform mode, right? So it will always deploy the similar machines. Second is that where is that scaling mode? Yeah, scaling is here is you won't get most much options. Yeah, scale in option. What happen when you have scale out? What is scale in? What is scale out? So when you goes to machine from 2 core to 8 core here, if you resize virtual machine, vertical scaling virtual machine is called scale up. And from 8 core to 2 core, you resize the same machine is called scale down. Same way, if you are running on machines and you deploy similar identical machines, so this is called scale out. And if you delete the machines, that's called scale in. Right? Scale out, scale in, scale up, scale down. Make sense, guys? All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when you deleting machines, scaling down, you are removing instance after getting increase. Let's say that 10 machines you have it. When you don't require a load, you are deleting 5 machines, right? So which machine should we get deleted? Older one or newer one, right? That logic you can set here, scale in policy. So you feel that, okay, I want to delete the older machine first. in across the availability zone, I want to delete the older machine because they might be already served the data, right? So I wanted to go for delete the older machine. And if you feel that, okay, I want to delete the newer machines, might be the case is that the newer machine haven't got any client, older, sorry, new machine haven't got any client. It's still free. I have just created. So you can go for these options. So this is setting up a policy. This is setting up a rule. So whenever the in auto scaling or manual scaling, when you do the scale in from 10 to 5 machines, based on your rule, the machine will get deleted. Make sense? Guys, please acknowledge.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
All right. Another option you can find out here, if you want to update your machines, you are running your washing machine skill set from last 1 year and it's running fine. You don't want to disturb it, but you want to introduce some patching. You want to introduce some configuration, your some software inside your washing machine. Let's say that you got antivirus. Your company purchased antivirus and you want to install that antivirus in your image. You already have done that. Now, after doing the image, you want to get reflect that image to all your virtual machines which is running your inside virtual machine skill set. So that will cater through the update mode. That will cater through update mode. Whether you want to get it done automatically and immediately, a random machine will choose that, okay, I have free, let me go and update myself from the image, right? Or you wanted to keep it manual and you will go one by one machine and click it. Okay, this machine is not working right now. Doesn't have doesn't have any load, so let me go and click on it. Hey, go and fetch yourself and get update your machine, right? Or you can roll out in phase wise. Hey, do one thing. I cannot do the dramatical changes in my website. Let have user experience, then we can change it. So first 20% batch I'll just roll out and wait for 120 minutes, right? Everything is fine, everything is no complaint, everything's get deployed properly. Then only I'll go for next 20 page batch. Then I'll wait for 20, then I'll wait for it. Then if everything is fine, then I'll send one next 20 batch, right? This is you can do the rollouts. Make sense? If any instance is, sorry, yes, please go ahead. Question, if you have question, please prompt me in between. Any questions, guys? No? All right. So a couple of more options. If you have healthy machines, non-healthy machines, what to should do that? Should we upgrade themselves? Should we delete that? So that is will be you can set up that okay in the 20% I can take it maximum 20 is unhealthy percent 20 out of 20, let's say that I'll just make it 10%. So it should not get confused. So out of that 10% rollout, and I have 100 machines, so 10 machine, in a 10 machine, there will be a 20%. If it's unhealthy state, that's okay. Make it, let's make it unhealthy state and try to make it healthy state. If doesn't fix it, then fix that with upgradations. So there's the two options will be there. Max unhealthy instance percentage can be acceptable. Max unhealthy state should be get updated will be 20%. So whichever the unhealthy out of that, let's say that there's a too much maths calculation. Out of 100 machine, 20 machine is let's say that unhealthy, right? In in 20 machine, I'll just take a 20% out of that and upgrade it. Wait for the other. So this is how it's do that. Make sense, guys? Yeah, आप लोग practical you can guys do that practically, but this is not more important. More important that roll out in the 20% batches and wait for the 120 seconds. Or you can simply go for the manual rollout and you have to do your one by one rollout, m- human interaction. This options is a
We
common
can
option. Yes,
we can
please.
change this in any time.
Later, yes, we can change anytime after the configuration also. It's not
Okay.
necessary you have to do it when you are doing deploying the virtual machine skill set. You can do later changes also. The monitoring boot diagnostic identity AD, this is a common option. You also find it in the virtual machine. We haven't talked about because we haven't covered these topics. So we'll see later on this one. This guest operating system upgradations, this all these things we'll see later on. Right? Health. This is specific to virtual machine skill set. Health is that whether your machine is healthy or not, how does virtual machine skill set come to know? I'm looking running fine, but I'm not healthy. I'm not listening at all, right? It could sometimes happen. The wife looks like healthy, but she's not listening. She's not talking. So you understand that, okay, she is not in mood to talk to you. Something's there, right? How do you come to know that? You have to something criteria that will check, okay, this is healthy or this is not healthy. You should have some criteria. That criteria here is you are checking your ports, right? Or you're checking website. If you are running a website inside that virtual machine skill set, so you can say that I'll have it some called dummy page. Dummy page, which is nothing but just checking to website, the dummy.html. If this website is this page I can get it, this machine can fetch this page and response by this page, so I'll consider that okay, this machine is healthy. Or could be possible that I can change it to some port. If port 80 is listening, port 3389, which is RDP port, is listening, I'll consider that okay, listening. Make sense, guys?
Okay.
Yes.
Pakka. All you are getting that what I'm trying to convey. No questions. Perfect. All right. There's the two ways we can check the health. One is that we will be going to apply extension. Extension we haven't covered so far, but we're going to apply the extension, and that extension will keep checking my health of my virtual machine. Or now I'll not use the word virtual machine. I'll use word instance in my virtual machine skill set, right? Or other way I can, if it's behind a load balancer, I'll be using load balancer to check that whether this machine is healthy or not. So guys, did you saw that we have applied load balancer? No, we haven't applied. We have to apply the load balancer which we missed here, right? Which we haven't tick marked. So the current machine which we have deployed, current virtual machine skill set doesn't have a load balancer, right? Can we put it later on? Yes, we can put it later on. In the advance, the spreading algorithm, there's a complete algorithm by Microsoft when we are spreading out or spread in or spread out for your instance in the virtual machine cell, which should be goes first. Where is that algorithm mechanism is there? This is complete algorithm balancing mechanism is there reg re regarding your zones. If you have zone one, next machine should be in zone two, zone three or not, which will we should get deleted. So this is our algorithm will be use, right? So maximum spread out will be a distribute of machines among the all three zones. If you are fixed, so you can decide that okay, go for this zones only. One, two, three, and fifth is that default zone. We generally say that. Okay, generally people keep it maximum spread out. All right, those are the common options. We'll talk later on when with along with virtual machines. All right, let's go to our machine skill set and have a look how it looks like.
Could you explain that rollout feature?
Okay, the rollout of upgradation or
Yeah, yeah, upgradation.
this one, upgrade mode?
Yeah, yeah, upgrade one, this
Yeah.
one.
So if you keep it automatically, Microsoft will set their own logic. Virtual machine scale set own logic based on his algorithm. Might be, it could be like we are not aware what is algorithm they do that, but it could be instance is free. So let me go and fetch myself and upgrade myself. Instance will do that. Okay, there's a new update on the image side. Now I need to get upgrade myself. So I'm free right now. I'll go and upgrade myself. Right? That will be automatically taken care by Microsoft. Another is manual option. The manual option is that you have to go one by one every instance which you have deployed in your virtual machine scale set and and click on upgrade yourself, re-image yourself. Then it will go and re-image manually. Third option we have is called rollouts. It is again automatically, but it is not random. It will take 20 batch first, wait for the few seconds. 20 batch second, wait for few seconds. 20 for the next batch, then wait for few seconds. Make sense?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, we are looking at our virtual machine skill set. So let's go on virtual machine skill set. I clicked on virtual machine set. You can see the symbol and where I can see that how many instances I have. So first thing that I can see here is two instance and two are the successful. So it could be possible that you can see 100 instance, but only 10 instance is successful, which means that rest of the instance are unhealthy state or failed state, right? So 2 out of 2 are healthy states, perfectly fine. Where we are deploying in Central India, Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3. All three zones we are distributing our washing machine skill set. Alright, then we can see here it's windows, the sizing, right? All those things we can see here. Alright, where I can find out our instance, I can click it here. I can see that instance name is demo VMSS1 underscore 1. Can I see here in the virtual machine option? I'll go in virtual machine. I don't see here. It's in the back end. All those machines are running, but you cannot see in virtual machine options because those are now not individual identity. Those are bind with virtual machine skill set. So you can see in the virtual machine option itself. Make sense, guys?
Yep.
Yes.
Is it clear to everyone, guys? Is it clear to everyone? Mohsin,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Akib,
Yes, clear.
Haider, Pooja, Aisha, Amarnath,
Yes,
Arif.
cleared the summit.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So those are the instances. I generally don't do much stuff here. If I want to do, since I want to keep it everything identical, so I'll be reimaging everything. I'll do it from my virtual machine blade option. So I can apply the extension here. I have already applied one extension, which is health extension. If I want to do CI/CD pipeline, I'll do CI/CD pipeline configure here itself, right? Continuous delivery. The image which already have taken up when we are deploying virtual machine, image cannot be reimaged, but we can do that reimage if you are using custom image. We'll see that later on, right? If I want to see the networking, I can see only one network card. This is only one network card. And if I go here, this network card, copy it name, and I'll just go and open new page. Next service. I don't see that network card. If you just paste it here, I don't see that network card. That network card never exists. I can see other virtual machine network card, but I don't see virtual machine skill set network card because this network card is special network card. This this network card doesn't contain single IP. This contain plenty of IPs or pool of IPs. I can see this network card where I can show you. If I go to my virtual network, this is my virtual network shortcut. I'll just click on it. Let me go to virtual network. Okay, and it went out. VNet. I'll go in VNet. Watch wall, stud, basic. What was VNet? Ganesh, VNet, demo, subnet. Okay. So this is Ganesh classes, right? And here I don't see that network card. Strange, right? This is only one network card I see here. But if I now go here in subnet, oh no, sorry, this one. Yeah, I can see the washing machine skill set subnet and available IPs is 9. If I go here in network card, where is my network card? Yeah, can you see that these network cards are my special network cards? These two, instance 0, instance 1. This is my washing machine skill card, and this is not a network card. This is skill set instance. All right. What else I can see here in the virtual machine? Scaling options. Yes. I have manual scaling. I have last time kept 2 scaling. I feel that okay, let me keep it maximum. How many I can go for it? So I can go for the maximum. Why this is 10, 100. It's approximately 100 machines. I don't want to have it 100 machines. If you want to go for more than 100, right? If you want to go more than 100, you have to raise a Microsoft soft cap request to, to increase the soft cap. Let me put it, I wanted to have 4 machines. I just manually increasing the 4 machines. Right now I have a 2 machines. The, right now 2 instance I have running. I want to increase it manually 4. I feel that oh, workload is getting increased. Let me increase to 4. So I'll just save it, count and save on the top. Now let's come here in few seconds. We can see that 2 months instance are unhealthy state. Why is this an unhealthy state? Because it's getting created. Right? It is going to create 2 instance machine from that our image, from our vanilla image. And I think that okay, this image is not good, or I want to just upgrade the image. I can simply click on upgrade. This will go and fetch the my upgrade my machine and fetch the latest image, right? Any changes is there in the image, I'll upgrade myself. All right, let's go to auto scaling. If I want to have auto scaling, I need to change manual mode to auto scaling. Auto scaling required, you should set the rules, right? So let's say that this is auto scaling name is any rule name. I'll just keep it auto scale demo, right? Demo, or this rules will be name, it will be demo rule name. Rule B I'm storing in the resource, this resource group. What rule I want to keep it? I'll just keep it metric base. Metric means CPU utilization, memory utilization. So those are the things called metric. So let's say that this is machines running, and you guys can see here in the monitoring section, CPU relation high, low. This is called matrix. This is called metric. Right? I want to check it through the metric base. I'll add a rule. What rules I'm adding right now? Let's say that this washing machine scale set, right? This is a resource. On average, time criteria on average, a CPU percentage. This is CPU percentage of washing machine skill set, right? Entire skill set, not instance. Entire skill set. If CPU percentage is more than 60%, why? Okay, yeah, I'll write it here. This is current state. Sorry, I'm bad. Is more than 70%, then add instance 1. But when? Is goes 70% for the spike? No. It's 70% continuously for the 10 minutes. Then only add one instance. Make sense, guys?
Yeah.
It could be
Yes.
possible that you can have a spike, CPU spike, and it within 1 minute it's come down, right? So you're not going to create a virtual machine for the spike, right? So for the spike, what you will do that you just leave it. At least this CPU 70% should be for the at least 10 minutes, then only increase count by 1, right? And after creating virtual machine, it's still 70%. It's still 70%, but don't do anything right now. Wait for 5 minutes. Let it cool it down. Let it cool it for might be workload getting distributed that will take approximately 5 minutes more, right? Then start your counter. Again, still it's a 70% for the next 10 minutes. Then increase the count by 1. Are you getting my point, guys? Mohsin, Haider, Akif,
Yeah.
Amarnath,
Yes.
Pooja. Okay, so I have added. Now let me. Is it only CPU is a factor which is need to be considered? There's a consideration of RAM also. So here I'm changing a rule. I'll look for the memory. Consume memory, consume memory. Network flow, I can this reads write memory. Where is memory? Available memory. Right. If available memory is greater than 70%, if utilization is 70%, greater than 70%, then increase the count by 1, right? And it should be at least for 10 minutes. And after adding of machines, wait for the 5 minutes. Cooldown time is 5 minutes, right? So you can see that here option is that either CPUs goes high or memory goes high. Any one of is goes high. That's why here option is called OR. Let me give you one more is which is a network or something like disk network. Let's go for the inbound total network, right? Every time I'm adding it's OR because any one of them, network, CPU, memory, right? If goes high, then add a count. Don't wait, all three should go high at a time. Any one of them is goes high, then add count by 1. Let's go for decreasing values. If CPU, average CPU is less than 40%, less than 40%, then for 10 minutes, then decrease by count 1. Here, this is a scale out option, this is a scaling option. Let me add for the memory also, right? Then I'll go here 40%, then decrease by 1. And let me add network also. Something bad happened. Let me on 1. This was right. Can you see that? If CPU goes high, then it will increase the count. If memory goes high, it will increase the count. If network goes high, it will increase the count. Any one of them is goes high, it will increase the count. It won't wait for all should goes high. Any one of them, it goes high, then it will increase the count. But for scaling down, which means deleting an instance, all should be down. Otherwise, CPU might be high, that's why it's got created, and memory is low, came down less than 40%, network came down less than 40%, but CPU is still high. That's why it goes high. If all are down, here option is AND. It's the formula in the formula or the parameters AND. Here the parameters OR. One of us goes high, it will increase the count, and all should be down. Then only it will get decreased by 1. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mohsin, Pooja, Amarnath.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting, guys? Heather?
Yes.
Perfect. So in simple rule, scale out any one of a criteria meet, it will scale out. For scale in deleting virtual machine, it will be very cautious because it's a matter of deletion. You can spend money, but you cannot compromise with the business, right? That's what Microsoft thinks. It's okay to pay money more, but don't compromise with business, right? So how much it can increase by one by one, one by one. So right now it's aggregate CPU utilization. All three Ocean machine was running and it's become 70%. So it will add it one, but still it's 70% again increase. Then added one, 4 हो गया. Then it will again added by one. It's become 6. Then it will become 8. It will become 10. How long you can go for it? So the maximum count can be decided here. So let's say that I can keep it maximum count 10. And if it's deleting machine, it should not go more than less than 2, and always to default whenever whether scaling or not scaling, it should be always 2 if you disable the scaling option, right? Let me, before saving it, let me go to and see that our virtual machine skill set we have asked to create it to manually from we so far we haven't saved this option configuration. So far it's right now 4. Let's see that 4 instance has been ready or not. Yes, 4 instances are ready and healthy state. Right now, what I'll do that I'll just remove this one because memories always create a problem. It's in a previous stage right now. So I'll just delete the memory wala. Right now I'll save it for the and reduce a little bit time. Its cooldown time is duration is 10 minutes. I'll keep it at least 1 minute. Well, let's see that. Okay, let's keep it 5 minutes. Cooldown time is 1 minute. So we can possibly see that it's auto decreasing, auto increasing. Just want to do that one. I'll just push it a little bit. Yeah, that's okay. Let it save. All right, I just reduce the time so we can see it quickly. Scaling options. Now I'm saving it. So this mode, which is currently is manual mode, will be get changed to auto scale mode. Right. Let me refresh it here. Also, you can see that. And it's auto scale mode. Now I'll just keep it I on instance here, and it is creating new instance. Might be workload will be high. Let's see that why it's creating new instance. Have overlook on. Okay, what was the high? CPU is 25%. Memory is 3 GB. Percentage wise we'll see later on. Network wise it's okay. Let's see that. All right. And all the scaling graph which we are doing right now, scale in policy, scale out policy, we can see here run history. So last 1 hour you can see that what was that and what we have done the changes. Auto scaling one, not a manual scaling one. Manual scaling cannot be recorded here. The auto scaling is getting recorded here. Right, this is all in the auto scaling scaling up is in initiation, which is we just right now can see here. Okay, and the scale in deletion policy which you asked, someone have asked, I think Arif has that, can we do it later on? Yes, we can do it later on. The scale in we can do the changes here, which we already talk about this, so we can change it here. If you want to keep it your code with you, you can, whatever rules you have decided, you can want to keep it in JSON, you can find out here. You can download it, you can keep it yourself for the future, or might be you want to have replicate the same rule for other machines. You want to get notify if any instance is get deleted, any instance has been created, you can notify your email addresses. So you will get email that hey, we have added instance, we have deleted instance, all the emails you will get it over here. Or after adding instance, you want to do some action. After adding instance, you want to some do. Okay, Amanat. You have question, Amanat?
No, no, no.
Okay.
Continue.
Yeah, there's echo from your side. If you, yeah, thank you. All right. If you feel that okay, after instance get increased or delete, I need to do some operations. Might be database check or database update. What Mohsin was suggesting that okay, any instance has been created that should be get registered in SQL database server, right? So I can write a script, right? And in the script, I'll say that hey, fetch out that any instance has been added, configure add in the configuration. So that script will be get it done automatically through that this webhook, right? This is a webhook. Whenever auto scaling routine happen, so you can update that script. You run the script. That the script will be run update your configurations. That can be do that here, right, Mohsin? Will it be useful? All right, I'll just come to and see that what is going on here. Let's refresh it. The instance has been get created for now. Why two instance has been created? There is not a workload, but why two instance has been created? Anyone can guess it? Because my minimum instance is default instance is 2 and minimum instance is 2. It will start from that, and once it's ready, it will delete all this forced instance. This is manual scaling instance was created. This is creating through the auto scaling. Just wait for a few minutes. It will deleting those instance. Guys, any questions on auto scaling?
No, no questions.
All right. We haven't taken a break, so you guys are tired, I think, today. Even I'm feeling pretty tired, very much tired. All right, couple of options we can see it here. Arif have asked me that can we change that rollout option? Yes, we can change out a rollout option. We can go in where configuration, I think. Yes. In the configuration we can see not in the configuration. You can see in upgrade policy. Yes. Right now we keep it manual upgrade, we can keep it auto upgrade, we can keep it rollout option. So we can change it here itself, right? Health repair, this is also health we have configured, we can set it here itself, right? Adding load balancer, when we are talking about load balancer, we can see that time how load balancer we can add it and get the page. All right. Resize. We have saw the auto scaling. What is resize then? Guys, what is resize? We saw auto scaling is happening. We have set the auto scaling rules, right? It will increase the machine, scale out the machine, scale in the machine. Why then resize is there? And if I do the resize, will it resize to my single instance or all instance? What do you think?
It should be for all machines.
Yes. It will be for all machines since the virtual machine skill set follow the identical pattern. So if you resize, currently we have when we're deploying machines, we have decided to go for this family, BS2S family, and you feel that hey, this family is not serving my purpose. I required with NVIDIA or I required fast computing one. I cannot see the NVIDIA series N series. Okay. I required F series. I want to use that machine. So I can resize it and all machines will be using this my F series. Right. I think it's might be done. Let's see that how many instance has been created. It's still creating. Come on. It's still creating. After a few minutes, it will deleting the my old other instance, manual instance. And I feel that okay, this instance I have done special configuration. This should not be get deleted. Should not be get deleted. How I can stop from deletion? There is a protection policy. You can protect it from scaling option. You can protect from the scale in option, so it won't get deleted. Or if you change to from scale set action, anything with if you are trying to reimage it, that also will be get protected. It won't do anything over this machine. This is a machine will still stay still as long as you want to have it. Make sense, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, why it's taking time to get delete? Come on, scale in. Let me check the rule first. Increase by the cone, but when is 40%? Let me keep it single rule, then it will be easy to scale in option.
We have given a 2 minutes timing, maybe because of that.
Yeah, that's what I just wanted to make it faster. So I want to show you that how it's get deleted. Okay. Yes, I forgot to tell you that. So this is default. Every day, every time this will happen, right? This rule. If I configure this rule, it's always 24 by 7 will be running, right? If I feel that I don't want to have a machine, so what I can do that I can simply go select the machine which I don't want to have it. Even this is scaling option, I can make it them stop, or I can make them start. Start stop option I can do that. Or I can simple if I want to keep image ready, what I can do that I can go and make it to scale manual mode and make it discount zero. Discount zero. Right. So this will be all machine will be get deleted, but skill set will be there. So all the configuration, everything will be there. Only thing is that there is no instance. Right. And one more important thing is that what I can do that here, if this rule is in general, everyday rule, but there's a festival season is coming up. Festival season is coming up, and I want to have a special rule that rather than count one, that should be count two or count three because in a special season, load is getting very frequently get increased, right? So I can create another skate rule. You can see that here down. There's a default rule, right? I can add another rule. This will be my, let's say that Christmas rules, right? Christmas rules. I can give it name and I can execute this rule when it should be in the, let's say that US mountain timing and start on December 1st to December last, right? Till the 31st January. I'll just consider 2 months as a my December consider. I'll start and stop. And all the rules you can add it here. Same similar kind of rules, whatever criteria you want to have it. So this rule will be execute when in this time frame, right? In this time frame. That time this rule won't be applicable. This will be overwrite that this default rules, right? Or if you feel that okay, my Sunday is less work, so I'll keep it on Saturday, Sunday. Here you are increasing count by two. Here you are increasing count by one. You can do that also. Or you can feel that okay, on generally Monday I have much more workload. Monday, Wednesday is my transaction day, so you can add a rule here, right? Monday and Friday transaction rule. All right, guys, I think that will something is taking a time, not is happening. Let me do why this is not scaling down. It should scale down. Count is 7. Scale up happen. Why scaling down is not happening? Failed. Scaling down is failed. Why this scaling down is failed? Okay, we can troubleshoot. The scaling. It's failing to scaling down. Why? Why it's not showing me that details also? Okay. There's a limitation on my subscription that is says that I can have maximum 10 public IPs, and that is creating a problem, I believe. Can I disable a public IP? Let me see that. Hmm, There's no option here for public IP. Okay, what I'll do that. Here it's showing me 7 instance on overview. It's showing that 4 is out of 5 is healthy state. There's something mismatch is happening here. Okay, let me do one thing. I'll just go here and make it 0, save it. Definitely it will delete it manually, but it's not, should not be deleting. Then I will go auto scale, rules is still there, and save it. Come on. Hey, why this is acting so weird? Okay, two machine has been get deploying as per default, and it won't scale up actually. That's what I want to show you scaling. So let's do it tomorrow a little bit workload. We'll put it workload and we'll try it again. Okay guys, any questions?